ever been to jail? Listen, before I start the story, I swear to God, this wasn't my fault, okay? It was not on me, okay? Okay. My friend's birthday was around the corner. We were broke. It was summertime. It was in college, and we wanted to go to LA. We lived in Arizona at the time, and it's a 7-hour drive, okay? So we were like, instead of flying, let's ask around and see if one of our friends is doing a road trip there, and we can just split gas with them and go with them, okay? Okay. I call around, and one of my friends, we're gonna call him Adam. Adam is a European person with a European passport, not an American, okay, on a student visa in America. Okay, this is relevant to the story. I met him maybe a month prior to like me calling him for this thing, okay? And he was so nice. Like he was like, yeah, I'm going to LA like tomorrow morning. You're more than welcome to join me, you and your friend, blah, blah, blah. Mind you, he hasn't even met my friend, okay? So me and my friend, we're gonna call him Rami. Rami is South Asian. He's also on an international student visa. He's also not American, okay? So me and Rami take an Uber, we go to his house in the morning, and he said he was gonna like rent a car and drive us with it over there, okay? We show up and the car doesn't look rented. It looks like it's actual, like someone's actual fucking car, you know what I mean? But you know, we wanted to go on this trip, so we shut the fuck up, okay? Like we didn't say anything, okay? He tells us, okay, like put your stuff in the car, like no problem, whatever, okay? We start putting our stuff in the car, and like the second we open the car, we smell the smell, you know? It smelled like skunk. And I was like, huh, okay. I was like, Adam, you don't have anything that could get us in trouble in this car, right? And he was like, no. Like, this is, I'm borrowing this car. I don't even have a car. I'm borrowing this car. So don't even worry about it. Like, I would never, I'm on a student visa, dude. Like, I would never do anything. I was like, okay, that sounds good. Like, I'm gonna trust your word. You know what I mean? Okay. We get in the car. We open the windows to air it out. You know what I mean? And we start driving, okay? 5 hours, maybe 4 hours in, I fall asleep. Now, to go from Arizona to LA, you have two routes. You can go through Palm Springs, which is fine, or you can go through San Diego. Now, if you go through Palm Springs, you just have a state like line check-in, okay? When you go through San Diego, you have border patrol. You have a border that you have to cross that follows federal law and not state law. I had to learn that the hard way. He wanted to take the scenic route. Isn't that fucking amazing? Like, oh, we went through San Diego. I pass out like maybe 4 or 5 hours in, okay? I wake up to a dog barking in my ear. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I wake up and there's a dog barking right here, an officer staring at me. And I was like, and my window's open. I'm like, where am I? What is going on? What is happening? You know what I mean? I look to my left. Adam is freaking the fuck out. He's sweating. His face is red. He's stressed. He's biting his nails. I'm like, did I miss something? The officer looks at me and he's like, did you take something? I was like, no. I just fucking woke up. No. I was like, you can test me in every way you want, sir. No. He goes, but I smell something. Are you sure you guys are not on anything? I was like, no. And Rami's in the back and he's like, no, sir, we're not. And then, like, Adam's on the side still biting his nails. He's not saying fucking anything. And I'm like, okay, like, whatever. I didn't pay attention because I was freaking out. You know what I mean? He goes, please step out of the car so we can validate what you're saying. We're going to have to search the car. I was like, sounds good. Me and Rami walk out. We're nonchalantly walking to the rest stop that they told us to stay at. And, like, we're making fun of his accent on the way there. We're cracking jokes. We're like, this is so extra. I feel like I'm in a movie. Like, this is so euphoria. What's going on? Like, we're joking. We're not taking this seriously. And right behind us, Adam is, like, walking. And he's pacing. We sat down on the benches. He's pacing. He won't sit down. He's biting his nails. He looks stressed as fuck. I was like, like, what's going on with him? And Rami's like, no, he's probably just, like, stressed out because maybe, like, I know he's not on the insurance or something. Like, it's fine. And I was like, okay, fair enough. Like, it's fine. It's fine. All of a sudden, you hear inside the fucking car. I freaked the fuck out. I was like, you're telling me the dog that sniffs, you know what I mean, just smelled something in the car? Amazing. The officer goes inside. He pulls out what, like, the dog was barking at. And it was, like, a little bag that I guess, like, smelled like skunk, okay? He opens the bag, and to his surprise, it's empty. It doesn't have anything. It has a shaving kit. It's fine. So then he's, like, looking through, and he sees, like, a little prescription bottle that has, like, ADHD medication. And he's like, sir, could you remind me what was your name again? And he goes, Adam. And he goes, who the fuck is Sally? I was like, oh, we're screwed. Oh, we're screwed. Yeah, we're screwed. Rami saw this whole scene. He turns to me and he's like, how well do you know this guy? I was like, I met him last month. He goes, I'm sorry, we're going to have to throw him under the bus. I was like, we're throwing him under the bus. Because I'm sorry. sorry. I don't know you. I don't know you that well. Like, I don't know you that well. Like, you know what? I'm sorry. At this point, Adam's face, like, the color left his face. Like, he was white. He turned white turret. You know what I mean? Like, it was bad. So the officer goes like, okay, step in a line. I'm going to have to search you individually. So he starts with Adam. And he's like, okay, spread your legs. Adam spreads his legs. And then he kicks it fucking open. Like, the guy kicks it open. And then I was like, oh my God, this is serious. So he searches him, and then it's like Rami's turn. Rami spreads his legs a little bit more, and he still kicks it open. I was like, oh fuck, it's my turn next. So it's my turn. He was like, spread your legs. I was like, here you go. The police officer's like, okay, the station's over there in one line, follow me. So we're following him. Rami's in the front, me and Adam in the back. So I'm whispering to Adam, I'm like, dude, I'm really sorry. And he's like, don't worry, just tell them that it's not, like, you don't know anything about it because, like, you literally don't. And I was like, okay, shout out to you, thank you. Okay, cool. So I forgot to mention this, but while we were driving, Adam tells us that he had an exam a couple of days ago and that he took one of those medications because he actually has ADHD and he studied for an exam and he got an A on it, okay? Just mentioning that, it'll be relevant later in the story. Cool. So we walk into the station and the first thing you notice is it's so bright. Like, it's so many fluorescent lights, it's so bright. No clocks on the walls, no concept of time, no windows. And, like, the jail cells literally have bars on them. I was like, this is insane, but it's fine. There's a long desk with a bunch of officers behind it, and we stand in front of them, and they're like, okay, give us your phones and give us your IDs. So we give them that stuff, and then he's like, okay, does anyone want to fess up on who has this bottle? And then Adam just goes, it's like mine. They had nothing to do with it. They didn't know, blah, 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 blah. So he's like, okay, you two sit on one bench. Adam, you sit on this other bench. Okay, cool. Mind you, we're like very close. Like, we can whisper to each other. We're that close. So he checks the medication bottle and he looks inside and he looks at the individual pills and he says, the pills do not have official medication names on them, which means we don't know what's actually on these. Can you tell us what it is? And Adam is freaking out. He's like hyperventilating and he's like panicking and just being like, I don't know. They're not mine. I don't know. And he's like, you literally just told us it's yours. Like, what do you mean? Like, you know what I mean? He's like, okay, if you don't want to tell us, we're going to call a lab expert and he's going to come over and he's going to like test it. And then we're going to find out and then we'll know what to do. And he was like, okay, sounds good. The officer runs his driver's license and he finds out that he's an international student. He starts berating him. He tells him, like, are you dumb? Like, you can't do anything as an international student, otherwise you get removed from the country. Now Adam is sobbing. So I interrupt and I'm like, dude, I just have a question. Let's just assume that this medication is exactly what it says on the bottle, like it's ADHD medication. What would happen then? He was like, since it's not his, he would have two options. He'd either go to camp or be removed from the country. And I was like, wait, why would he go to camp? And he would be like, well, to see a judge. And I was like, what is camp? And he was like, oh, it's a nice word for jail. I was like, are you like, what the like? And I was like, what if he wanted to be removed from the country? Like, what would happen? He was like, he would also go to camp for 2 weeks and then possibly be removed from the country. And I was like, these fucking options, man. At this point, he's hysterical. He's prepping himself mentally to be, like, removed from the country. I'm taking down data, like, information on where he could be transferred, the free lawyers that I can call, blah, 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 like the whole 9 yards. The lab expert comes in and he starts testing the medication, okay? So he's in the back, we don't see him, and he's testing everything. And at this point, we're just, like, waiting. We have no idea what time it is or anything. And honestly, me and Rami really needed to pee. So I stand up and I'm like, sir, I'm really sorry, but I really need to go to the bathroom. Where's the bathroom? And he goes, oh, it's right behind you. I was like, where? I don't see. And he goes like, it's inside the cell. I was like, inside the cell. I was like, where? And he's like, it's in the corner, like behind the partition. I was like, but there are cameras inside. He's like, you think you get privacy? I was like, amazing. So I go and do my business. I come out and then it's Rami's turn. Rami goes in, comes out and he goes, sir, I couldn't find the flush thing. So I couldn't flush. The officer goes, hey, help your friend go flush. I'm friends with you. I did not need to know how hydrated you are. Fuck you, Rami. The police officer starts laughing at us, and then the lab expert comes out, and he's like, hey, I have the results. He gives it to the police officer. He reads them. He starts laughing. He's cackling. And we all look at each other like, what the fuck does this mean? And then he looks at Adam, and he's like, you're one lucky son of a bitch. You know that? And I was like, he's like, why? The police officer looks at him, and he's like, you got scammed. You got scammed, and you're lucky because of that. And Rami's like looking at him like, huh? And he's like, whoever sold you this, sold you vitamins and scratched out their names and told you it was ADHD medication. The way we all looked at each other like, we peed in jail for this? For vitamins? Fuck you, Adam. Fuck you, Adam. They gave us our phones back and it was 10 p.m. We walk outside, it's pitch black. We went inside at 3 p.m. We were in there for 7 hours. For vitamins. For vitamins! Oh! I'm swearing up and down that that medication worked for him and it got him an A. It fucking vitamins, livid, livid. Alhamdulillah, no one got in trouble because like we're fine, but still, oh my god.